bit over right. Jody Robinson here for GameSpot. I am here at an Xbox 360 event, and we are going to go see what Ricardo Torres is up to.
Hi. So, well, we're going to stretch a little bit because I'm here with Dax again. I'm here with Dax again from Rocksteady. I just moderated the panel earlier today where this man avoided every single possibility of revealing anything.
Look, there's certain things that we have already talked about. There's a lot of things we talked about today, but between now and launch, we're going to be talking about a whole load more stuff. I wasn't trying to make your day difficult. I was just trying to make sure that we give every huge announcement the kind of respect it deserves.
All right, fine. So now if we look over here, we're getting just a taste of the game. We've had a chance to check it out. So now you guys have really started to kind of open the kimono on this one, let people see what it's like. What's the response been like to you guys?
I mean, this is the first time I've been to Comic-Con, so for me, coming here to pretty hardcore gamers and hardcore Batman fans, it's a totally different kind of level of expectation. So the reception has been just awesome, but for us, I was really nervous, and I think everyone at Rocksteady knew that coming to Comic-Con is a real litmus test. It's a real kind of trial by fire. So to see so many people getting hyped on the game, playing the game, getting hands-on, and just saying how totally awesome it is, really makes the last 3 years of our lives worthwhile.
Now, you just said that 3 years. Is that how long it really has been?
Well, when you think about the initial conceptual stages that we were going through in the lead up to finishing Arkham Asylum, you know, it wasn't the whole game on it for that last sort of 6 to 9 months of Arkham Asylum, but certainly Sefton Hill and Paul Crocker, the lead conceptual guys, were thinking about how we start Arkham City coming out of the end of Arkham Asylum. But then as soon as Arkham Asylum shipped, yeah, absolutely. You know, we were at E3 and at Comic-Con 2009, and here we are 2 years later with a brand new game, a game that's 5 times bigger than Arkham Asylum was. I think it's a fantastic show of quality and commitment from the studio within 2 years to turn around another AAA title.
And you've got 100% more Catwoman content than the last game, right?
Without a doubt. We have got off-the-chart Catwoman content by comparison. Yeah, I mean, the addition of Catwoman as a playable character for us allows players to explore the gritty underbelly of Arkham City, and I think gamers are going to love what they see.
All right, well, we do like what we see. We're going to keep looking around. We've got Catwoman on that screen doing that. So is that a mocap sexy walk?
Our Catwoman model is amazing. She comes into the studio, into our mocap setup, and she puts on the gear with all the ping pong balls, and then she does the mocap session, and absolutely, this is all mocap stuff. Zafar Koban, our lead animator over there, he does the hand animation as well, so he's going to be able to give you awesome insight how we kind of balance mocap with hand animation, because we really do have an amazing animation team at Rocksteady.
All right, that sounds fantastic. Well, we're going to let you enjoy the party, enjoy the adulation, because there's a huge line for this game. Thank you, Dax. We'll see you around.
Thanks, Ricardo. Always a pleasure.
All right, passing the buck back to Jody.
Thank you. I'm going to go find the lovely Sophia Tong. So, you have somebody special here.
I do, actually. I am joined by Lester Spade. Now, if you guys don't recognize him, tell everyone who you are.
I'm Lester Spade, a.k.a. the Cold Train, baby. Don't let the hat and eyeglasses fool you.
All right, so I see you're here checking out Horde Mode. Have you had a chance to play yet?
I played about 20 seconds of it, and I love it. So I'm hooked on it. I'm still working on the controls and trying to, get Cole to be able to run right and run smooth and jump and dive instead of, fumbling all over the place. But it just takes a little practice, a little time. Yeah.
So do you play a lot of Gears at home in your free time?
Actually, I don't, because I'm trying to develop movies and TV shows.
Yes, we can find you on the latest Transformers, is that correct?
Right, yeah. The latest Transformers. A little small movie, Dark of the Moon, number one movie in the world. You might have heard of it. A Michael Bay movie.
So how do you feel now that Gears 3, the trilogy, has come to an end?
Tears of joy, tears of sorrow. I don't know. Maybe there's some hope for tomorrow.
Are you happy with how it wrapped up?
That was poetry. I'm freestyling, no. No, I'm happy how it wrapped up. Yes, I am. Yeah.
All right. So is there anything you can share with us? Can we tease anything about the ending?
No, there's no secrets. You have to wait for the game to come out. I can't, wait for the game, people. We can't give out the secrets. Be patient. September 20th is here before you know it.
We just want to know if Carmine lives or dies. That's really what we want to know.
I can't talk about Carmine. I swore an oath. Yeah, I can't talk on the Carmine show.
All right, thank you so much.
Rod Ferguson told me, he said, if you want to have your another shot at the Cold Train again, you better not say anything about Carmine. I said, okay, all right, that's a deal. But don't ever threaten me again. Else you will feel the pain train, Rod Ferguson. Woo!
I think he uses that threat with everybody. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Okay, all right.
All right, so
I'm going to go head over to see Chris Waters. And as you can see, it's quite crowded here. There's a lot of people here. And he is right over, I think, in this corner. He's going to get some Kinect Star Wars on. So he is waving me down. Awesome. Let's see if we can weave past this man back here. I forgot about you guys, sorry. So I have Chris Waters, and he is getting his Force on. You going to talk about this game?
Jody, I'm about to pod race. Are you ready to see that in action?
Please. I loved Pod Racer, actually. I was a LucasArts goober.
So here we are. We're checking out Kinect Star Wars. My man Glenn Gregory, the product manager for the game, was talking to me about sort of what they're trying to do here with pod racing. And, they're making it very intuitive. The controls are very simple. He tells me, but this is my first time doing it, so you're going to have to see how that works out. And so if you want some more information on it, he might be the guy to ask, but we're just going to see how this goes here.
Okay. So can you tell us how his skills are first?
Well, let's see how he's doing here so far. He's handling the track pretty well. The controls are pretty tight. I think he selected without driving assist, did he? So he's going to have to kind of really manage his speed, particularly going through the canyons.
I played the Pod Racers really a long time ago.
Yeah, like the old kind of episode 1 Pod Racer.
Yeah, I love that. So can you tell us, nobody can use anything because it's called Kinect Star Wars. There's no way you can use a controller. You can't cheat.
Right. It's Kinect Star Wars right there in the title.
I'm actually surprised the sensor's not picking us up. Do you guys have some altered one?
Well, no, it actually is picking us up, but the way the sensor works is it looks for it's sort of looking dynamically for who the one is most likely to be playing the game, and then once it establishes a relationship with that person, it tracks that person, and it does a really pretty good job about ignoring the people in the background.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can fool it by walking in front of people or something like that, but for the most part, it does a pretty good job of sticking on one person. Oh, that looked painful.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing that it's actually not. I remember all the games I've played with Kinect have actually picked up little kids passing by or people just going behind the couch or something even.
Yeah, no, that can happen, but the good thing about Kinect is because really the majority of what we're doing with it is in the software. It continues to evolve. So we've added things like seated play. You can play this mode seated fine. Works quite well. We've added things like finger tracking and stuff like that are coming online now. And then they're continually refining the way it's acknowledging the person. So there's a lot of improvements in the responsiveness and things like that just come on board every time we update the platform, which happens almost constantly.
Is there anything you can tell us that aside from control and stuff like racing and all that, like a race car, how many pod racers are there?
How many what?
Pod racers, how many?
Well, so you start off as a novice pod racer, and you work your way through various planets, and you go through a lot of different races to become a master pod racer. You can select from 16 different pods. You can upgrade them as you go along. And we picked some of the iconic ones that people recognize them from the movies. We have a lot of the characters that you've seen in episode 1 in the pod racing. And then there's some new characters and new pods and things like that as well. And a lot of the environments, this is obviously Tatooine. A lot of the environments are drawn from the iconic parts of the movie. So you'll see, Beggar's Canyon up here, things like that. A lot of stuff that you'll recognize if you're, core Star Wars fans.
Well, it looks amazing. I don't think we're ever going to get Chris off this, but I am going to go find Maxwell. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks. Going around this way. Let's not go that way. So I have Maxwell McGee. You are going to interview somebody awesome.
I am. We're going to be checking out, I want to call it River City Ransom, but it's Retro City Rampage. But it's definitely in the same retro NES
Could
art
be a
style.
sequel name.
But yeah, we're chatting with Stuart here, producer at Microsoft, and what can you tell us about this awesome indie-looking game?
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so the game is called Retro City Rampage. It's a really cool it's an 8-bit parody / homage to classic video games of the 80s and 90s, as well as like various pop culture, TV shows, movies. So it's really at its core, it's it's an open world mission-based game similar to that of like Grand Theft Auto. So basically, you're in this world and you're going around and you're taking on these different missions, and throughout the game you're encountering many things. A lot of people, my age, maybe a little younger, would really appreciate. There's tons of references to like a million different things you would have encountered. It's really fun. There's also spree modes. So on top of the campaign, mission-based story mode.
I gotta read
No worries. There's a lot of people in here, huh? On top of that, there's spree mode, so you have like 60 seconds to accomplish certain things, get high scores, and there's also leaderboard clips where you can kind of compare your score to other people's scores, your friends, see how they did things, go and replay them, try to get higher scores, and so it's an Xbox Arcade downloadable game. We don't have a release date yet, but I think it's safe to say that it'll be coming out sometime by the end of the year.
All right. Well, Stuart, is there any multiplayer element at all?
There is not any multiplayer, but friendly competition through leaderboards, and yeah.
You can at least go for the high score challenge then.
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. Well, thank you so much for taking a minute to talk with us.
Thank you.
So we have a lot more games to cover. I see Chris Waters.
Hey Jody, I'm kind of loitering. This is like the little XBLA lineup here.
I think there's a special guy over here I'm going to talk to.
Yeah? Can you make your way through? Here we go.
So you happen to be the man that we need to talk to.
How's it going?
We have obviously a whole bunch of games, and we were going to see if we can do that in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible.
Bump, bump, jump, jump, jump.
All right, but you have to come back and do a couple of them a little bit.
Oh yeah, we will. Yes.
Okay, I'll
This
do
is a live show, so we want to give them like the overview.
All right.
Okay. So in 2 minutes, we're gonna go from that edge to this edge.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best.
What's this game?
All right, so this is Radiant Silver Gun. It's related to Ikaruga, if you remember. And so, it's been revamped and looks very gorgeous, but essentially it stays true to the original. And so I think a lot of really hardcore fans are going to be all about this. So if you work right here, it's like a really cool. There's a little bit more of a melee shot. There's a lot of different things going. All right, here we go. Let's see. I don't know how much time. You got to move me.
Okay, let's go.
All right, we're going next one.
This is almost like our button mashing show.
Sorry, I tried to get local. Here you go.
Okay, here we go.
What are you guys looking for?
Just play. Just play.
All right, let me.
Tell us some 1 to 2 awesome things that you love about it.
Orcs Must Die. I mean, it's an action strategy. It's a blend of tower defense and third-person shooter, and it's significantly more intense than your standard tower defense game. Let me get the guys coming in here so we can show you. Let me show you. Sorry, it's hard.
You're really good, actually.
Well, I work at the developer, so.
Oh, I love it. Let's go.
All right, so this is Crimson Alliance. It's a game from Certain Affinity and Microsoft. So what we're doing right here is, all right, there we go. So we have we have the game it's a co-op, live or offline and you can basically play with up to 4 players. There's 3 classes. We're showing 2 of them off here, but if you want to think about the game, it's a very action-focused game. If you're to debate between it's more of a Diablo or more of a Gauntlet Legends, it's much more of a Gauntlet Legends. So anyway, let's just go on to the next one.
You rock. Next.
There we go. All right. Yeah, I know. Talk about this game in 15 seconds. Okay, go.
What?
We're live.
Okay, so Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet is a 2D combat, awesome animation, and awesome art. This is actually the artist who created all this art, Michelle Guy.
Wow, nice to meet you. It actually looks pretty good. It's all about the UFOs, right?
Thank you. Yes. Oh, am I supposed to say something now?
Tell me one word that makes this game amazingly epic.
Well, this game has been in the works for 5 years, so it's been our baby. Joe and I, this is our
Awesome.
baby, and we're very excited. It's coming out in a week and a half now, so we're very excited. That
We'll do some more coverage then, definitely on it later. Thank you. All right, so there's your look at the Xbox 360 event at Comic. This is Jody Robinson, and that's all we have.